Hey guys, welcome back to Tekkit and getting started with IndustrialCraft Part 4. Oh yes. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode, because we've pretty much covered most of the stuff in IndustrialCraft. There's still some cool stuff out there like teleporters, but I'm probably going to have to do a separate video on that. But this is sort of the mainstream stuff that everyone will use. So if you play Tekkit, if you use IndustrialCraft, you're definitely going to use these items. So let's get started. Now, as this sign said, we're going to do something with our power because we have medium voltage solar arrays and soon we'll have high voltage solar arrays, and these produce so much power there's nothing we can do with it really. Or is there? So let's make the recycler. Now you can make this a lot earlier, but I usually don't make it till later in my playthroughs. So the way to make this is a compressor, 3 dirt, 2 refined iron and a glowstone dust, and that makes this recycler. So I put one down here. Now this thing is powered, of course, so there's a cable under it you can't see, and you can pretty much plonk anything in there, and what it does is it recycles it, and sometimes it will create this scrap. So let's put some chests in there, for example, and I think it's random, but I think it's about 1 every 5 items or so, I believe. Maybe not, maybe a bit more, because that's been about 8 items now and 9. Come on. Please. Give me some scrap. Now, I would recommend overclocking this badly because actually I can show you, and this is quite fun as well. Let's go for over. I think chests might not be really a good choice. So if you put 4 in there, that's how fast it goes. It's pretty amazing. Put some rubber in there instead. Not much difference. Okay, well anyways. You can use the scrap for planting stuff in IndustrialCraft. It's being used for fertilizer and stuff, but I would recommend keeping it. So get a big stockpile of this because you're going to use it. The next item, and this is going to use a lot of power, so that's good, is the mass fabricator. And it's very expensive to make. You make it by 4 glowstone dust, 1 leopardtron crystal, 2 advanced machine blocks and 2 advanced circuits. So it's kind of expensive and a pain to make, but once you have it, it looks pretty cool. And as long as it's powered and not getting a redstone signal, you can see it's on now because it's green. It slowly generates this UU matter. This is arguably the best item in the game, and I'll show you why. So as you can see, it's 18 now, slowly 19, so it's going to take a long time, but you can speed it up by using scrap, and that's why I would save it. You put the scrap in the bottom and it gives an amplifier, and as you can see, it goes a lot faster now. So this will create this UU matter, and it uses a lot of power, so you need an MFSU, you probably need some high voltage solar arrays, or else you're just going to run out of power. I've got an MFSU here, and it's actually going down quite rapidly, even though it's 9, but it's still going down quite rapidly. It's already used 20,000 per EU. So yeah, they'll just be making that, and then you get this UU matter. Now we can play with this. This is really cool stuff. It's sort of supposed to be like the sort of the building block of any block in Minecraft. So supposedly you can make any block in Minecraft with this. So a few examples, for example, is like this. It makes sticky resin. You can do that, which makes iron ore. I actually don't know all the recipes, but full is diamond. That's pretty handy. Oh, what else can you make? I believe you can make something like that. Glass. Maybe like that? No? Oh, like that. Yep, that makes snowballs, is it? Yep. Or redstone. So you can make a lot of stuff with this. Now, the main thing you want to make is something I'm not going to tell you yet. Funny, wasn't it? So, sorry, one more power upgrade. I'm sorry. This is a promise. That's going to be the last one. And that's the HV solar array. Now, if you can make this one, you're set. Even one of these will power almost anything you can throw at it. Almost anything. So, it's made in the same way as all the other ones. So, get your 8 medium voltage solar arrays and a HV transformer. And make that into that. Now the HV transformer, have I shown you how to make that? I don't think I did. And I completely skipped it, so yeah. It's made by using 4 times insulated HV cable, a medium transformer, which you do know how to make, an energy crystal, and electronic circuit. Now, the HV cable I showed you how to make. To insulate it, you just add rubber, like always. So that's pretty easy. Now, I do know that some of these versions of Tekkit, they only want 3 times insulated HV cable, but just have a look at the recipe yourself then. But I think the newer versions is 4 times. So yeah, then we have that sorted out, and then we can make this baby here, the high voltage solar array. Now this provides a ton of power. Like it literally, like I can actually show you. So let's oh, that doesn't work. Let's get an MFSU. And plonk that next to it and see how fast that goes up. That's insane. So that power is anything you ever want, except for maybe a couple of mass fabricators. But once you get to that point, you know, you can easily make 2 of the HV ones. Now, I know we've been talking about all this high power solar stuff. And solar power is arguably the best source of power in Tekkit. But there's some other ones as well, and they're really cute, you know, they're not really useful, but maybe at very low levels. But even at the low levels, I would always recommend making solar ones because you can upgrade them. Whilst the windmill and the water mill, you can't upgrade, they're just always the same. But I'll show you how to make them because they're kind of cool. So the windmill is a generator and 4 iron ingots, so very cheap, very easy. And it creates this windmill. Now the windmill is best placed high up. And the best way to do that is just putting it, this is high enough, like that. Have nothing under it except for the power cable coming out. And see, there's no wind now, but we can make it, oh, ow. We can make it rain, and I'll make it go, it'll work better. So that works. It's kind of annoying though, so. So that's the windmill. It generates a very low amount of power. But you know, they sort of look cool, and you can say that you have windmills, you know. It's like Holland. Now the next thing is the water mill. Same story as the windmill. It has almost no power input, but it's pretty cool. So you use it with 4 sticks, 4 wooden planks, and a generator again, and makes this water mill. Now I've made one here. Now the way you use these is to put them underwater. So we could make, for example, a little thingy like that. Oh, that's a windmill. That's not. That's yeah. Let's put it here, for example. Now this thing will go with power. Now it does depend on how many spaces of water there is around it. But I don't know the exact maximum of it because I've never used water mills. But you know, if you want to have water mills, you can do that. Now the other cool thing, and this is quite useful, and I know a lot of people use this, is geothermal generator. Now this baby is made with 4 glass, 2 empty cells, 2 refined iron, and a generator. And that makes you this a lovely geothermal generator. Now there's multiple ways of sort of supplying this thing. So what this thing does is it generates power from heat. So you have to get lava into it. You can either pump it in there directly using BuildCraft, or you can put a bucket in there like that, and it sort of empties the bucket and it you know, or you can put lava cells in there. Now if you put lava cells in there, it actually consumes the whole cell, so you don't get any empty cells out of it. And as you can see, sort of it's rising a little bit, but we'll need a lot more to fill it. I can actually show you how it looks when it's filled. Lava. That's new. Let's fill it up. So now it's filled and it's providing full power. Now this actually provides quite a bit of power. It's not bad. It's not bad. And there's very easy ways of making this thing unlimited power as well. So you can use buckets. As soon as you put a lava bucket in there, it uses the lava. You can pump out the empty bucket again, put it in an energy condenser, make lava buckets and all that good stuff, you know. And I made a video of that, so if you want to see that, go search that. So yeah, that's sort of all the power we'll ever do. I promise. So let's look at some more armor upgrades. So last tutorial I showed you how to make the nano suit armor, which is pretty cool. But now we can go one step further to the quantum body armor. Now the quantum ones are not too bad to make, pretty easy. If you have a mass fabricator, you need to have one, and I'll tell you why. So this is the recipe for the quantum suit helmet. So you need your nanosuit helmet. You need these 2 iridium plates. I'll get to that later. 1 Lapotron crystal, 2 advanced circuits, and a reinforced glass. Now I'll show you the reinforced glass first because it's very easy. It's just 7 glass like that and 2 advanced alloys. And you can use this for a lot of things. You can use it as a building material. It's quite durable. You can't really explode it. Now, let's go back to this UU matter. And this is why it's so valuable. If you make this recipe like that, like an eye shape, it makes iridium ore. And this is the only way you can get iridium ore in the game. So you can't condense it or anything. So you have to just make it like that. So once you make a bunch of it, let's just make 3 for now. Oh, let's make more. Let's make 10. 9. That's fine. You can make it into iridium plates. Now you do this by using 4 of them, 4 advanced alloys, and 1 diamond. So it's very expensive. And it makes 1 iridium plate. And you're going to need about 10 of them, I think, for the whole armor set. So it's pretty expensive. So let's keep going. So that's how you make the iridium plates. And that's your quantum suit helmet. Now, let's let's take that out. Let's move on to the quantum body armor. Again, you need your nanosuit one. You need 4 iridium plates for that, so that's 6 total already. You need your advanced alloy, and it makes your quantum bodysuit armor. Then we get to the leggings, which is 2 machine blocks, a crystal, nanosuit leggings, 2 iridium plates, and 2 glowstone dust. So we take that out as well. And the boots is 2 iridium plates, the nanosuit boots, the rubber boots, 2 of them, and a Lapotron crystal. Yes. So let's charge these, shall we? I think that would be a useful thing. So we can put this in here. Can we put that in there? Does that work? Is that working? Are you working? Not really. But that's working, so that's cool. Now, these each can take 1,000,000 EU. So, they hold a lot of power. But having said that, they also... It takes ages if you want to actually empty them. So, you wouldn't be too worried about that. Let's just put that in the... Okay, you can only charge an MFSU. I didn't even know that. But really, if you can make this stuff, you would have an MFSU anyways, or a couple of them. So, cool. Let's charge this one as well. So, that should be fine. Yep, that'll be enough. Let's get this one out as well. That should be fine. Yep. And we have our helmet. How's our boots doing? Yeah, that'll be enough. So, let's take it off of creative. Put a new armor on. Which looks totally badass in Sphax. Look at that. That looks amazing. So, let's look at some stuff. This quantum armor does some special stuff. So, each item that you get has a special sort of functionality if it has power. So the helmet has water breathing, hunger bar, and cure poison. So the hunger bar means that you can never starve. It always stays at 1 chicken leg, wing on the full. So you never go more hungry than this, as I am now. It stops you from drowning. So we can go maybe have a swim somewhere. And show you that we can't drown. Here we go. So I think you still drown, but you don't die from it. And I also believe there was a... Can you stop making noises, you watermill? I also believe there was a bug at some point with it, but I think it's been fixed now. Cause look at my breath bar. It's sort of going down, but then it goes up again. So that works. Come on. Cool. So let's get out. Now, the other thing it does is cure poison, so any spiders are not really an issue anymore. And yeah, that's pretty cool. You never have to make any food anymore. That's handy. Now, the next thing is the body armor. This thing absorbs all damage, so you literally cannot die until it runs out of power, which doesn't happen really. It's very difficult for it to run out of power. So yeah, we can't die anymore. That's pretty handy. Now, the leggings makes you sprint faster. So it is fast, you know, is it noticeable? It's not really for me, but, you know. And you can boost. Now, the boost is standard. Actually, I'm not sure, but I think it's on control. So, if I hold down control and I run like this. Which is pretty awesome. This is faster than flying in many cases. And you run sort of over these small holes as well. Which is pretty handy. Yeah. You can even hold control in. You don't even have to press forward anymore. So that's pretty handy. Now, let's move back here. Oh, it's there. Cool. The boots make you jump very high and take no fall damage. So, to jump very high, hold control again, press jump. And that's how far you can jump. I do believe you have to be moving in order to do that. No, you don't. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And you can't die anymore either. And this thing doesn't really run out of charge. I've never seen it happen. So, you know. And you jump massively high. That's insane. Look at that. I could probably touch this windmill. Doink. Oh yeah. I can even jump over it if I wanted to. So yeah, that's the quantum body armor and all the other parts, which is pretty cool. Look at my charge, it's still pretty good, you know, seeing as I started at about 40% or so, it's now about 30%. So pretty cool. And yeah, that's sort of, I think I covered most of the things in IndustrialCraft. There's definitely some stuff that I missed. Probably some stuff that people think I'm stupid to miss. But this is sort of my experience with IndustrialCraft and sort of the natural progression that I see most players on servers go through. To get all their stuff and sort of get all the best items and armor. There's some more niche stuff like a teleporter, you can use pumps, all that sort of stuff. But I will make separate videos for those at some point. So maybe by the time you watch this I already have done so. So in that case, go search it. So yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe if you can, because that supports me and it gets more people to view this sort of stuff, and then I can make more videos and I can sort of make it look alright to everyone else that I'm spending so much time doing this. So yeah, have a good night or morning or afternoon wherever you are, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of my Tekkit or the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.